Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111 here with your energy check-in. I gotta tell ya, energies are very, very heavy right now. And this reading, I'm looking at some of these cards. I haven't channeled it yet, but it just looks like some of these cards are showing the challenges that both masculine and feminine are experiencing. And so, if you're feeling terribly sensitive, this may be a good reading for you or it may not. So you decide and decide how long you want to watch this, because I do feel like both masculine and feminine are processing some really difficult energies. You guys know we have the eclipse coming with the new moon on the 30th. So, the energies have been heightened. I feel like they've been heightened since over the weekend, probably even before that. And the energy just feels very, very dense. And this new moon is going to come in. It's a great time to banish, to release, and to eclipse out certain energies that do not serve you. So let's go ahead and get started without further delay. Let's start with the most significant themes for the reading today. What is the most significant overall energy, but what is the theme? Okay, so we're going to look at just the theme of the significance of what I'm going to be talking about today. Waterfall and communion. It's about this union. Okay, so when the waterfall comes out in this deck, the silver waterfall, it's this energy of staying balanced, staying healthy, staying happy, being in the energy of managing your emotions, staying in a state of balance despite what is going on in the external world. So if your masculine is doing something externally outside of you, if something's going on outside of you in your world, in your environment, try to stay in your own balance. Don't let the outside things affect you. The energy of communion, that's the union card. Okay, so now what does this mean for feminine? Feminine is in the energy of the Queen of Wands and the head of the pack. So when she is in her most significant energy towards masculine, her theme is she wants to maintain her magnetism, her control, her power, still continue to be a leader despite what is happening in in his world or her world. She wants to continue to be in this position of power, of leadership. She doesn't want to be in the energy where she's feeling clingy or sad. And that's the same way that she wants to experience her union. She wants to magnetically call it in, not necessarily be in the energy of like, oh, I'm going to chase him. Okay. So that is how Divine Feminine's theme is going to show up when I start channeling her reading. For masculine, he's in the energy of the Queen of Cups and the Rabbit's new beginning. So this is very much the energy of him really trying to become more compassionate and understanding. It's the energy of him wanting to drop into the heart space more, to have a new beginning. And also with this union, he wants to have a union with from his heart space, not from his head space where he may have been in the past. So let's go ahead and channel these energies and see specifically what's coming up for Divine Masculine and Feminine as related to the energies of the union and the energy of the silver waterfall. So for Divine Feminine, she's in the energy of commitment. She feels like, she wants this union. She wants this commitment. She's made a commitment to herself. She's made a commitment to stay in her strength, to stay in her divine energy. But there is a lot of external conflict. There's a lot of external factors in addition to her own inner conflict that is affecting this union. It's this ego energy that is rising up for her. Maybe she's been doing fine and she didn't care about outside interference or third parties. And now all of a sudden today she's in this energy of like, this is never going to work, right? There's too much outside problems. There's too much outside interference. There's too much conflict, and it's creating conflict within her. This is really getting into her inner child wounds, okay? So whatever is coming up for Divine Feminine today is really speaking to her inner child energies, where she's been hurt, where she's been traumatized, where she has felt unsafe. I do feel like there is an energy where she has felt unsafe emotionally with the masculine. And so she's really connecting with her higher self and really trying to align herself to understand that these things that happened in the past were in alignment. They were part of a higher purpose. And so it's this energy of really for her trying to put away these traumatic experiences, okay? It's about healing them, releasing them, and understanding that it was for a higher purpose for whatever transpired between her and divine masculine. But I do feel like there are some old energies, this like external energy that is really triggering her trauma, and she's really getting back into this energy of sadness, feeling the betrayal, feeling the deception, feeling like, you know, things are never going to work out, maybe this is not going to happen. So it's just really triggering her and her idea of union or potential union with masculine at any time. What about divine masculine? So he's in this energy of dating. So when this dating card comes up, he's just, you know, I really feel like he's in the energy where he could be dating other people, or he could be wanting to, you know, just have, you know, relationships right now where he's not going too deep. He's just wanting to get to know people. He's wanting to just, you know, reconnect with people, because that's how he is healing. Okay. He's had his heart closed for a long time, maybe was not open to dating or other experiences, didn't even want to date his divine feminine. But now that he's healed, now that he's opened up his heart, he's very much in this energy of wanting to date again. And so here we have the card of openness. He's very much open to relationships, to other experiences, and he's ready to move forward. So I do feel like there's this energy kind of shifted. Feminine is kind of shut down. She's like, this isn't going to happen. Masculine's opened up. His heart space is opened up. He's in this energy of wanting to reconnect from the heart again. Okay. And perhaps even, I got to put this out there, perhaps he may even be seeing other people, opening himself up to other people. And so, you know, this is all part of his journey. And feminine, you know, needs to get over her past trauma. But also you have to be in a place of acceptance that that is what he is choosing. You don't want to chase him. You want to be the Queen of Wands. You want to be in your power. You want to magnetically attract the connection and not forcefully attract it, not insert your nose into another connection. Okay. So by the way, if you guys want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. And if you want to learn how to read tarot like me with multiple decks in a storyline, and if you want to learn how to open and close portals, how to read in the upright and reverse position. So, you know, upright and then in the reverse for love, career, and finance, then join my masterclass, self-paced, all online, 10 videos. I'll send you the video links. You can take all of those classes whenever you feel like it, for as long as it's available on YouTube. And it is an awesome masterclass. I have tons of people in it. And again, self-paced, at your leisure, all online, available on my website, queenoflight1111.com. Let's go ahead and start with divine feminine's energies when we're talking about her headspace, her heart space, and her environment. Okay, so what do we have? We have community. I really feel like this is this energy of her soul tribe, perhaps even the masculine's karmic, okay, or a third party that is helping her move on, okay? Helping her move on from a shakeup, helping her move on from her sudden epiphanies, and really start to look deeper within herself, because he's run away. Fugitive love. He's run away from her love. He's not accepting her love. And so right now, there are third-party situations or even her soul tribe that is helping her move on, helping her just let go of this very painful past and the crumbling that has occurred, and really search deep within herself, because frankly, masculine has run away from the connection. What is divine masculine's theme for his reading today? Well, he's in the energy of working with Archangel Michael. And this is like the root chakra energy, okay? So this is about him being protective. This is about him being in the energy of really trying to gain courage. This is him in the energy of wanting stability and security, needing strength, because guess what? He's trapped in fear as related to divine feminine. He's trapped in fear about how to bring in apology, how to balance out the scales. This is him because he feels like this was someone he was supposed to protect. This was someone he was supposed to love. This was a person, this number 29 card, what is it called? Nausicaa, is this energy of someone who, he fell in love with, someone who, he was in the energy of, he felt her softness, he felt her youthfulness, and he didn't want to ever hurt her. And then he ended up hurting her. The exact same thing he didn't want to do is what he ended up doing. So he's really trying to find his courage, his safety, his own stability. He's trapped in a lot of fear about how to bring in balance to this feminine who he was supposed to love, protect, honor, okay? And he didn't. He ended up hurting her. So, what is the divine feminine thinking when she thinks of divine masculine? Her most significant thought is she's really focused on her healing. She's focused on healing her past and understanding that everything that she's gone through has been part of love. But she's very much overwhelmed. She's overwhelmed by her sadness. She's overwhelmed by her emotions today. So when she is in her thoughts, she's very much overwhelmed by all that is going on, all that is happening in her headspace, and she's in this energy of dubious love when she thinks about masculine. So this has to do with her insecurities. This has to do with this energy of her anxiety and her doubts and her fears are creating a storyline in her mind. So she's just kind of undecided. She's not in her power today in her headspace. Her thoughts are really getting the best of her. And so there is this mastery that she has had in the past, but these old energies, this past, this nostalgia of love is overwhelming her. And she's just in the energy of anxiety, of fears, and her thoughts are getting the best of her. What is divine masculine thinking when he thinks of his feminine? He is in his heart space for her, okay? He's in his heart space, but he has a lot of mental conflict about his own emotions because he knows that he was insincere with her, that he tricked her, that he was deceptive, that he was self-interested, just only interested in himself and his own emotions. And he knows this card, look, crazy love. He knows that the reason why she was so upset with him or has gotten crazy, quote unquote, with him, like most guys would say, is because of his deception. So he knows that she was someone who loved him with her whole heart. And he's having a lot of mental conflict about his own emotions, about his own insincerity. And he's having a lot of conflict about how things turn very, very crazy and hostile between the two of them. What is divine feminine feeling in her heart for masculine? She's feeling separation today. She's very much feeling separated. She very much feels abandoned and cast out, and she's going within. She's going within to seek her answers. This connection feels like a missed opportunity, and she's really trying to hone in her thoughts because there is so much love that this feminine has for this masculine. Look, this card is Eros and Aphrodite. So it's just this energy where she's got so much love, so much desire, so much eternal love for divine masculine that frankly he's shunned away, where he's shut the door on her. And so she's feeling this rejection. She's isolated herself. She's gone within about this missed opportunity, and she's really trying to focus on her thoughts, hone in her thoughts about this love that she thought was eternal. Now, what is divine masculine feeling? He's in the energy of wanting abundance, okay? He's wanting to have abundance. He wants to grow something. He wants to bring in abundance. But he's focusing right now on his own self, okay? He's focusing on how to renew love. But there is a suspension. He's not doing anything yet. We saw that he's in the Two of Swords energy, and he's in suspension because he's not yet certain if he is completely turned faithful yet. Okay, he doesn't know if he's quite ready to be this devoted companion that this feminine requires and needs. So, in this energy, he wants to blossom and grow the love, but he's very much suspended that action until he realizes that he is going to be a faithful, devoted companion, because there have been way too many misunderstandings between masculine and feminine. So, in his heart space, there is this lack of communication. There's been this third party energy. There's been this energy where, someone has come in and affected the connection. Egos have been hurt. Egos have been affected. And so this is this energy where he feels like, they argue about everything. He's only trying to teach her something, but she doesn't want to be taught, right? That's that Queen of Wands. Like, don't teach me, I'm going to teach you. And so he's like, I'm trying to teach her who I am, what I am. And she's like, I don't want to be taught. I don't want to be taught by someone who's deceived me. I don't want to be taught by someone who lies to me. I don't want to be taught by someone who is insincere. And so in his energy, there's this energy where, he's like, God, we fight like cats and dogs. We're arguing, and he's got his own narrow mind. And this is all ego. This is all ego. And so right now they're both refusing. He's seeing this energy in his heart space. They're refusing to talk to each other. They're refusing to meet halfway. And right now the connection is compromised. And so he's just in this energy of suspension. So what's happening in the environment for Divine Feminine? She's trying to balance herself out. She wants to make choices that are good for her and her heart space and her journey. And she's really feeling very vulnerable. Just so she's focused on loving herself and filling her own cup, because right now she's too stressed about this unrequited love, this love that she feels in her environment today that will never come to be. What is happening in Divine Masculine's environment? He's in this energy of wanting to take action from the heart space, but he is very, very overwhelmed by his own emotions and his own burdens as related to this commitment. And he really feels that this love has potentially ended because of his anger, because of his wounds, because of his separation, because of his own ego and his inability to come forward and actually lead, but not lead from a place of wounds, right? Because she's like, I'm not going to listen to you if you're going to be an ego. A woman will naturally submit to her masculine when he creates a safe environment for her to feel like she can be vulnerable. And right now, there is this energy where there is challenge, there is rebellion, there are egos, and there's this energy where there's been a lot of energy injuries, there's been a lot of offenses, there's been a lot of unjust accusations, maybe even because feminine has been wounded, she has unjustly accused masculine of certain things. And so his environment, he wants to move forward in love, but he's just very overwhelmed by all of the injustices that he has done, and frankly that he feels that she has done to him. So I wanted to ask, what's the deal with the third party situation? And here we have the Queen of Wands. So he really is thinking about his feminine right now. He's in a connection. He's thinking about his feminine. There was this ideal love that he had, but he thought he was going to get it somewhere else. And so right now, his energy towards the karmic is there is some sort of communication breakdown. There is some sort of communication about the past. I do feel like this past is coming up. I do feel like masculine is thinking about his feminine while he's in this connection. He has this ideal love with his feminine, and he thought he's going to recreate it in some other situation or in another connection. And now that he's in that connection, he feels very entangled in the current connection because he still can't quite let go of his divine feminine. I do feel like he has been communicating with this new partner, with this third party, about the nostalgia of his feminine. I do feel like he may be somewhat open with this karmic about the past, about this past energy. Maybe feminine's reached out, maybe he's talked to feminine. I do feel like there's some sort of honorable communication, honest communication that he is having with the karmic. And if he's not, he is in this energy of really wanting to come clean about what he thought he was walking into with the karmic and what it turned out to be. Because whatever delusion he was in, that he thought he was going to recreate this soul union, this twin flame connection with someone else, he's clearly seeing that all he did was entrap himself in a hot mess. Okay, he wasn't honest with himself. He moved from one relationship to another based in ego and wounds, and now he's caught up in a cycle. So I hope this resonated. I hope this didn't trigger you too much, but you know what? Not every reading is going to be rosy. Not every reading is going to be beautiful. Some are messy, some are challenging, and I speak the truth. So I'm speaking the truth of the energies today as we head into this new moon solar eclipse on the 30th. I hope you've appreciated this. And if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. And if you want to learn how to read tarot like me, go to that same website and get that masterclass while it's on sale. Have a great day. Bye.